Yeah, I'll just add just a little bit to my background there. Thank you so much for that. I think it's more than 10 years that we've known each other. It's been
Yeah.
quite a long time, but back in the late 60s, I was very fortunate to meet Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the Beatles guru, and he asked me to design, I was a young architect, and he asked me to design some buildings in Rishikesh. And that's where I first learned about Vastu. Just sitting at his feet, he would just go deep inside and describe, the kind of space that he wanted created, like the architecture that I was working on designs for. And we didn't even talk about the word Vastu, but Vastu is the science of architecture, just like Ayurveda is the science of health and healing, and Jyotish is the science of astrology. These three are sister sciences, and it is said that if you can take a holistic approach to healing our body and our environment, you would want to take all of these things into account. The astrology to see where the planets are and how they're affecting you, and what gifts they're giving you, and to see Ayurveda, what imbalances there are in the body, and they're all connected to the planets as well. And then we look at the environment, how the environment is affecting our health and our relationships and our finances and career. And it gets very specific in terms of health challenges that people have and things like that. You can tell in an environment where that energy is getting stuck, and through remedies like feng shui, Vastu has some remedies. I've practiced both feng shui and Vastu for many years, and I just found quicker, more lasting results with Vastu. But with those remedies, we get that energy that's stuck to start moving again. So your health is improving, relationships are more harmonious, and finances are growing, and career is moving forward. Or your life purpose, some people call it their life purpose instead of their career. So, so they're very integrated sciences, and we've done a lot of studies where people like on Dr. Oz, I teamed up with a neurologist called Dr. Kulreet Chowdhury, and people came to back 3 or 4 years ago, people were coming to her from all over the world because they weren't experiencing, movement in whatever health challenge that they had. And she's very, she can really focus in on what the cause is, and how to remedy it from an Ayurvedic point of view. And so these people all got better, but then they again reached a plateau. So we introduced a Vastu, and we looked at their apartments and their homes and their offices, and we looked at their charts, their astrology charts, and added those remedies in, and all of these people improved dramatically. So I feel like it's a really amazing science. And I learned Jyotish back in the late 60s from someone in India, and it's a specific, there's a lot of different types of Jyotish, ways of analyzing your chart, and this one is very specific. It's called transformational Vedic astrology, and it's a little bit different. But I'm just gonna go into some basics some of you do or may not know about Jyotish. Jyotish means light. It's putting light on your karma, light on your destiny. And so that it was designed to be a tool to help people be happier. If you understand the planets and what remedies can be taken, you can be happier and achieve enlightenment. And that's really what the purpose of Jyotish is. It's not just to look at some magazine and see what your forecast is for the month. It's a lot more detailed than that, and you'll see that when we go through Portia's chart. So,
oh, there you go.
Okay, good. Here we are.
Okay, so let me go back to Karen's question because she's not in a location she can speak.
Okay.
So let me, it says, assuming the charts can be done regardless of where someone was born, someone born outside of the United States would have a powerful chart done. So I think she's asking, could someone outside the United States, I think you do everyone's chart, right?
Yeah. It's based on, you know, what city, and if you're born in China or India or wherever, it's based on the city, the time you were born, and the date of the birth. And a lot of people come to me and they don't know. Most people know the date they were born and probably the city or the area, but a lot of people don't know the time. And that's where rectification comes in. Basically, you can give me about 3 or 4 life events. Like I had an accident, you know, certain date. I had a child a certain date. I broke up with my boyfriend a certain date. You know, you take 3 or 4 events and then you can bring them all together and you can figure out actually the time that the planets were making those happen, and you'll come up with the birth time. So it's a little bit of a process, but it's very, very accurate. So yes, anyone, no matter if you're born outside the United States or not, yes, we can look at the chart and predict all these different things and tell you how to improve, strengthen your planets to improve your chart and your karma.
Great, Michael. Yeah, I was thinking that's true. And I know Karen really loves Vedic astrology. She studied it for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so then the next question I have is Linnea's asking, when in full family living at home, would you do a chart for all that live in the home? And she has another question. And how to best incorporate the healing for each in the family? That's a good question, actually.
So when I'm designing a house from scratch, I look at the astrology charts for every member of the family. So we're making sure we come up with a formula that comes up with the length and the width and the height of the house and the sizes of the rooms and all of those different things. But in terms of the charts for the people living in a house that's already existing, we don't need to do that, but it is good, you know, like I was saying in the beginning, if you look at the chart for a person and you look at the environment they're living or working in, and then you look at their Ayurvedic dosha type and, you know, what kind of health challenges they might be facing or prone to, then you can come up with all these remedies. There's actually, we utilize yantras to do the remedies. Yantra is a physical representation of a mantra or sound. And wherever the energy is getting stuck in your body or your environment or your chart, these yantras, you can wear certain yantras to, again, strengthen the planets in your chart. And you can place certain yantras in the house wherever that energy is getting stuck. It's just like you're feeling pain or tired and you go to an acupuncturist. They know that a certain meridian gets blocked. So they place an acupuncture needle there that releases that stuck energy so that the energy can flow and you feel more energetic and less pain in the body. That's exactly what we're doing with the house and the chart as well. So they're very interconnected. I'm not sure if I answered that question. But I hope so.
Does that answer your question, Leah? I thought it did, but I want to make sure. And also, Michael, I just have, I'll spotlight my video just for a moment. I don't want to take you away, but I wanted to show them this book, yeah? Because I'll check back in chat. But this book, The Way of Vastu, it's so amazing. Yeah, I really love it. So Michael and his wife wrote it, and it has everything about altars and feng shui and everything to bring success, full moon, rituals, everything. And also like things that you can do, like remedies as well, you know, to release some of the karma and things like that. I love how everything is so interrelated.
Yes.
Great, actually. But is there anyone else who has questions? Give a couple moments. And do you have to unmute the button on the phone? So you could just do that, or you could throw it in chat and I'll, you know. Oh, Linus, that's perfect. Yeah, she's very grateful. So yeah. So if you have any other questions, please put it in chat, or you can ask. Judy, I'm surprised you don't have a question. You love things like this. Judy really into balance and feng shui and things like that, and magic. So she
Nice.
loves to manifest things.
Nice.
So, okay, wait. And Linnea has a follow-up. Or do we include family animals? Oh, like pets. Oh yeah, that's another good question.
Yeah, interesting. We have two Shih Tzus, and one of them was born with a renal issue, and so actually wearing a kavash, which is this. It's a locket that contains the yantras that need to strengthen his weak planets, and so we go back every 6-8 months to get a checkup on his renal issues, because dogs that are born with this type of issue don't usually live very long. So he's 10 now, so he's way past wherever he was supposed to live, and he's doing just great. You could never tell that there was any issue with him. And I think the kavash, kavash is translated into Vedic or Sanskrit, means protective shield. So again, from the astrology, we know when he was born, we created this kavash, this locket that he wears around his neck, that strengthen his weak planets and boost his, so his health is stronger. And so, yes, animals, we can look at astrology as animals and people for sure.
That's beautiful, Michael.
And animals affect your life force in your house, the chi. Basically, animals bring a lot of wonderful energy to a house. And I think a lot of people that, live alone, and maybe older people, it's really great if they can have a pet. It's just, they bring so much joy to the environment. They bring the energy up. They move the energy. They're very good. I know whenever my wife is a little bit blue, my dog comes and licks her feet and makes her laugh. And so, they just have these amazing abilities to tune in to the emotional positions of their masters.
No, you're so right, Michael. I sense another book, The Vastu for Animals. It'd be a great thing,
Sure.
They are, even if it's a mini book. Like people, they really honestly, and when I had my dog, it's just because I might be moving. So, I was thinking maybe not at this time, but definitely later. But yeah, because you're right. They are part of the Vastu and Feng Shui and astrology. It's like another family member. Exactly. Honestly. Yeah. Okay. Judy had a few questions. Are you okay, Michael? As far as time, you're so gracious.
Yeah,
okay. She's asking, and these are all people that I'm hoping that Michael will visit on March 2nd. So we'll talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
But these are all my dear friends. That's why. But Judy wants to know, I know, because, we'll be missing people, but how long I might be in LA and when I will return to Oregon. Just generally, if you could give a idea. She wants to know that.
Let's see here. Hold on. I'm looking at your chart. It looks from your chart that you'll be there for a few months. Okay. And then you'll come back and decide whether you want to live there permanently. So yeah, like a few months is what it looks like. And then you'll come back for a short period of time and decide, we look further down the chart to see if it's going to be a permanent situation. I think, in the industry you're in, you would like it. My daughter's a director and she lives in LA, and although she's not there a lot of the time because a lot of filming takes place in Montreal and Toronto and Chicago and other places, she loves it. A lot of energy around the film industry there, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Absolutely. Yeah, so hopefully that's helpful too.
Yeah.
All my really good friends here with me.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No. They know. They very much know what's going on, actually. She's actually promoting me to go, because she knows that
Oh,
I've worked on this film project for 10 years.
nice,
So we
nice.
want to put it out to the world. Yeah. And then 2 other questions, Michael. She
Sure.
wants to know, a couple people want to know about readings, but oh, Judy, connected with that, she's asking if I would help others, like on a spiritual level or anything while I was in LA.
This is your life purpose. You'll be doing that no matter where you are.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
light. You're absolute light, and when you come in the room, everybody knows it. You're just you uplift the energy wherever you go and whoever's around you. So you'll be doing that for
Thank
sure,
you.
wherever you are,
Thank
till
you.
the end. You know, for your whole life.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you, Michael. So you, because you are so much of light to people, and I'm so grateful to know you. So the other questions are, oh, Linnea was saying perfect. She's so grateful to know about the pets and the family and the home, and she's feeling really excited about that. Yeah, I really hope you guys will think about, Michael has a special right now, 20% off his readings till February 14th. You know?
And basically for yearly reading, it comes out to be about $119.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty reasonable price. You know, most people at least charge $250. So
Yeah.
it's pretty, and again, it's a different kind of astrology where I recommend certain herbs, certain scents, and certain colors, certain, you know, things that, you know, a lot of people tell you about your chart, but they don't give you the remedies that that are reasonable, because, you know, some of these gems are very expensive. You know, you don't need to have gems to improve your chart. The Kavash can do it all, and it's about $100 as well. So you know, the remedies are very reasonable and they really work.
Yeah.
And
Michael's
since 1967, have probably close to 10,000 people that I've done readings for. And if you guys want to look at my YouTube channel, I have a couple different ones under Vastu Creations or my name, where I've looked at the charts of, you know, probably 100 famous people, and every week I do a new one. So, you know, we're gonna
Oh, that's amazing.
look at Tom Brady this week, and just because
Oh,
whoever's in the news, you know.
yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so Judy's asking, Michael, are your readings changed when are your readings changed when your Akashic records are adjusted or changed? And maybe you have to clarify that, Judy. Oh, I think she's asking, when you do readings for people, does the info, I'm getting the yes, but yeah, do your Akashic records change? But you go ahead and answer it, Michael.
Yeah, see, we, you know, we have free will, and everything in your chart is predestined, basically. But if you can strengthen the planets and transform the planets that are challenging, all of that can shift. There may, you know, so like maybe you're supposed to get in an accident on a certain day, and Mars is passing through the house of the 6th house of accidents, and, you know, it's being afflicted by Rahu or Ketu. Maybe you would have broken your leg, but now you just got a little sprain or something like that, or nothing at all, because you're strengthening those planets, so they're not going to have to teach you as strong a lesson as they would have, you know, without the transformational effect of the remedies. So yeah, Akashic records, everything that has to do with your destiny would change.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would agree, because of the awareness too, right, Michael?
Yeah, awareness is a really big part of it. Sure. That's why the ancient seers that wrote down the Vedic knowledge of the Ayurveda, Vastu, and Jyotish, they were watching how the environment affected the physiology and how the planets were affecting the physiology. And they could see that if people understood, you know, what was happening to them in terms of the planets, that they could avert the danger that was predestined to be there. So awareness is huge, absolutely.
Yeah, I especially appreciate that. They're asking me things about the book now. There's a couple more questions. Karen, I'll just, because I'm just going to say your question. She's asking if the book covers tridoshic. I think she means like kapha, pitta, you know, vata, things to do while traveling so we can influence others as well. Okay. Michael?
Let me think. Yeah, we do talk about the doshas in the book. There is a little section on Ayurveda. Now, the interesting thing, if you're really into Ayurveda, you know, there's different areas of the house that, like, for example, if you're very pitta and you sleep in the southeast, that's the fire area of the house, then it can aggravate your pitta condition. So based on that now, and each sign has different doshas, and each planet has different doshas. And so we can look, you know, through your chart, you can see the doshas and see how to improve those doshas. And through the house, you can see what the doshas are and how to improve the doshas as well. So it's all very interconnected.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you know, this whole chapter, Michael, I'm sorry, I just want to build on this. I'll spotlight this and then I'll put it back to you.
Sure.
But this chapter about abundance altars, I love. In fact, I still have my altar and it's colored, you know, I have a few in my house actually, and where to put them in what room, you know, but the colors, green, gold, and things like that. And you know what's really beautiful? I just want to mention this because when I was traveling to some of the retreats, one of our dear friends, Dr. Master Rulin, she's the quantum physicist and she's written a few books too. You folks would get along beautifully. But you know, to take your altar with you, even traveling things that you can do, you know, so I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, this book is, you know what, Karen, and I'll bring this book if you're coming tonight. If you wanted to just see it and look at it tonight, I'll bring it, okay? Because we have a Chinese New Year event that her and her little daughters are coming to, so you can just see it. It covers a lot of like Lakshmi things for prosperity and abundance. This is like the perfect thing to do on Chinese New Year. This is like wonderful to get this book. And so I'm trying to figure out if Michael's coming down March 2nd, how we can all get together and some of you can get your house Vastu or, you know, do some readings, you know, and things like that. But let me throw it back to Michael and I will look at the other 2 questions left. And I'm sorry, Michael, you tell me if you ever need to leave because I know you're
No, I'm good. Let me just explain a little bit about what I'm going to do on March 2nd. I'm giving a talk at a nutritional conference about how the environment affects our physiology and our nutrition. But I'll have time that morning and evening to be doing Vastu consultations, which I would come to your home, your apartment, or your office. And again, look at where the energy is getting stuck, how it's affecting your relationships, your health, your finances, and your career. And then we do the remedies to get that moving, and we do a clearing ceremony. It takes less than an hour. And then I send you a report the next day that explains what we did and some other things that you can do to improve your situation. So that's the Vastu. And I don't come to Portland very often, maybe once every couple of years, or I don't know, I think it's been 3 or 4 years since I was there last. So that's an opportunity. Now, we also do that process online, and it's less money, where somebody every day from China or Japan or India sends me a little sketch of their apartment or their house. Doesn't have to be architectural. And then I can analyze that, figure out where the energy is getting stuck, and then send you the yantras with instructions on where to place them. So there's the online version and the in-person version of Vastu. Then on the readings for the astrology, it's mostly online now. So you go to vastucreations.com, and under services, you'll see this online Vastu consultation, and you'll see astrology readings, whether it's compatibility or a 3-year reading or a life reading or a yearly reading. Use the promotional code KRS to get the 20% discount. And that's good for, I think, till Valentine's Day. And so for that, you just send me your birth date, time, and place of birth, any challenges that you're facing or concerns that you have. And then I send you a written report, which is very helpful because, you know, when we do these readings, if it's in person or on the Zoom, it's hard to remember these things. And I give a lot of specific dates in the written material so that you can refer back to it, you know, as the year progresses. So it's much more helpful. And then after you read it 3-4 times, then we can do a phone consult, or you can just email me more questions that you have. So that's all included in that. And we have American Institute of Vastu, where I train people to do this type of astrology, which I feel is the most accurate, and train people to do Vastu as well. So VastuCreations.com and American Institute of Vastu.com are the 2 ways. And if you are interested in a consultation on March 2nd, you can email me at Michael, my name, which is M-I-C-H-A-E-L, Mastro, my last name, M-A-S-T-R-O, and the word Vastu. So michaelmastrovastu@gmail.com. And Portia knows my email, so if you didn't get that, she can direct you, and we can set up a time. And there are a few slots left, so let me know soon.
Oh, that's awesome, Michael. No, I definitely will give everyone your information and your,
Sure.
your Gmail to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just one more question, Michael.
Sure.
You know what? One of our people really is into, anyway, she's asking this question. So she said that she had some clearing done with her record, you know, the Akashic record. So would it change this reading? If you did a reading for her, will it change while continually working with this other person that she's working with is an Akashic record?
Yeah, again, it's never gonna negate or go against any other type of healing modality that you're working with. It's just gonna complement it. It's like refining. It's like, you know, just basically refining and giving a boost to whatever you're doing already.
Yeah, absolutely. I got that feeling too, Michael, that it would actually help her with clearing more of the karma and the blockages. Actually, we talk a lot about that, you know. So I find that Vastu and your readings and things like this was so helpful. And you know what I love about it, Michael, is a lot of people think astrology, when they don't understand it, they think it's, you know, completely a different thing. But really, when you get down to it, it's so scientific, it's so mathematical, it's so based on ancient wisdom. It's like so amazing that you can have the awareness and it not be so fatalistic, where it's like you say predictive, but then you can actually transform and change it because you know about what's coming up and you know the specific times that this is going to be great for me. Well, no, I can kind of lay low and just, you know, and hang out. And then another time you can come on and like, no, this is when I'm going to launch my project. This is when I'll be successful, you know? So I love it because it's like a power weapon. It's like a tool, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
powerful.
Absolutely. So I think that's about it. I want to, let Michael, you know, he's very busy and everyone just wants to celebrate Chinese New Year. So on behalf of everyone, I just wanted to thank Michael for being with us and, you know, really giving us like the heart of the chart and answering everyone's questions, and also all of the love that he's given everyone to my house, you know, to my chart, to everyone on this call and staying here. And and so this I'm just getting this chat message that this could really help support the health challenges that people are dancing with. We have a lot in our group. So this is why I think the medical astrology part, Michael, this is a really good one, and the medical intuition, because you can actually see that in the chart. That's why I got so excited when I found out about that with Vastu. I don't have a whole lot of things going on, but maybe my family does, or people I know, you know, with their bodies. And if they kind of know when to do certain things or what's going on in what part of the body, they can actually transform it and they can prevent things too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I really love it. And and I'm just going to read this last beautiful Linnea saying, thank you for everything. She's so grateful. She loves everyone. Congratulations. Thank you, Michael, and happy Chinese New Year. So I think that's about it. I think that says
my honor too. And thank you for arranging this. And happy New Year.
Yes, thank you so much. So we will get back to you and we will send people all of your information. And I will kind of edit this video a little bit. So other people can see it, and then I can put it on Facebook and YouTube and all the other networks, and people can see it.
I'm not sure if I already sent it, but I'll send you a little blurb about what the Vastu consult involves, and so that you can forward that.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
'cause that's what I would love to do.
And I'll give a discount on that as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Thank you so much, Michael. Yeah.
Okay.
Love you. Thank you so much. Love everyone. Happy Chinese New Year, and thank you for joining us.
Wonderful.
Bye, everyone.